So glad you could be with us as we look at God's Word. The Apostle Paul is still saying, if there's no resurrection, then a lot of the stuff that we're doing and a lot of stuff that you're doing is useless. But of course there is. And now he's saying something really interesting. 1 Corinthians 15:30, he says, why are we also in danger every hour? And you look at the book of Acts, the Apostle Paul, he had to be let down by a basket outside of the wall of a city one time. They had to put him in protective custody for a couple of years because of people that wanted to kill him. And one time they thought they had in a city called Lystra. They stoned him with stones and dragged him outside the city and thought he was dead. And he got up and went back into the city and said, now, as I was saying, I love that. What a guy, So he says in 1 Corinthians 15:30, boy, that's pretty stupid if the dead aren't raised. He said, why are we also in danger every hour? And go down just a couple of verses to verse 32, and he says, if from human motives I fought with the wild beasts at Ephesus, what does it profit me if the dead are not raised? Let's eat and drink, for tomorrow we die. And I thought, that's figurative. He's talking about some renegade Jews that were unbelievers because they followed him around. And that was my first thought until I read in one of the books that I read that there was an arena in Ephesus in the first century. And Paul was in Ephesus for 3 years. So, most likely, he fought some wild beasts in the arena at Ephesus rather than deny that Jesus Christ is the crucified and risen Lord. Apparently, he won. Probably wasn't chihuahuas, probably something a little bit bigger. Maybe he had something to fight with, but I think he really did fight with some kind of critters rather than deny Jesus Christ is Lord. Wow. Is it worth it? What was his name? Missionary Jim Elliot. Jim Elliot took the gospel to the Auca Indians, and they didn't trust him, so they killed him. But in his memoirs he had written, a man is no fool to give that which he cannot keep in order to gain that which he cannot lose. Yeah, there is a resurrection. Yeah. Jesus is crucified, resurrected, and coming again. And everybody who believes in him, he's the first fruits back from the dead forever. And then we follow in order. Yeah, forever. God bless you.